The bathroom. A very special place. A sacred place, one could say. Your very own domain expansion. Unless one is given permission, you're not allowed to enter. It's a big no. It's just common courtesy. But for this one family, this one dad, he took measures into his own hands, and with every good deed, it does not go unpunished. He had to go to a public woman's bathroom for a quick stop, but this one passerby says, I don't think so, and decides to do something pretty stupid, if you ask me. So the whole debacle going on here is that a man, Tyler, brings his two daughters that are still like maybe 3, 4 years old. They can't do it by themselves, go to the bathroom. So he helps them by going to the women's bathroom because he doesn't want to go to the men's bathroom. And as someone who's gone to the men's bathroom before, I can confirm that the men's bathroom is gross. Heck, even in my warehouse job, there would sometimes be piss on the floor, and there would be shat everywhere in the toilets. You know, when they like dump a bunch of toilet paper inside of the toilet, and they don't even bother to flush it. They just leave their mess there like it's some kind of trophy, like they mark their territory. The men's bathroom can be pretty gross. Also, it's just kind of unsettling to see all those mythic scribblings on the wall. I don't understand why people like to do that. Like, you know, the numbers, Mason, here's a number that they're scribbling on the wall. They like to do that. So I get why he wouldn't want to take his young daughters to the men's bathroom. It can be pretty gross. And this is I believe, a gas station too. So yeah, even worse. So he goes in there, helps his daughters relieve themselves. But this guy goes in and he knocks before. Heck, even the dad knocks to see if anyone's there. There's nobody there. There's no trouble for anybody. But the guy that barges in starts to record him. And he's all like, you need to get out right now. And it starts to make a little bit more sense why he's doing this. Apparently, he has his wife and his mother there, and they really need to go to the bathroom. But I think the way he's doing this is like so rude and unprofessional. These are little girls. Heck, even the manager of the gas station is on the dad's side, basically telling him to wait and all that. But he doesn't want to wait. He is demanding. He will take no for an answer.
Has found himself at the center of the great bathroom debate. He was at a gas station and his two young daughters needed to use the restroom. There wasn't a family restroom, so he took them into the women's bathroom, leading to a confrontation with a guy who called 911. As Stephen Fabian reports, it's a dilemma for parents coast to coast. Which is the appropriate bathroom to go in with young children?
With Father's Day just around the corner, this video's putting the spotlight on a dilemma lots of dads face at some point.
There is a man with his two little girls using the women's bathroom.
This dad is in the ladies' room because his two little girls just had to go. And the guy in the doorway is really upset.
He's refusing, he's taking his sweet time.
I have two girls washing their hands.
You don't have any business bringing them into the women's bathroom.
They're girls. They go to the women's bathroom.
The guy at the door says his wife needs to use the bathroom.
She is waiting to use the restroom with her mother, who is very ill. This is ridiculous, man.
The lady in the red shirt works at the store.
I am so sorry.
She hands the little girls paper towels. The confrontation continues after the dad leaves the bathroom.
Stop videoing me.
Hello? Yes, police. I would like to report a murder of my time because this man and his two daughters are taking up my sweet time with my wife needing to take a little potty break. I want this man executed on the spot right now. I will not stand for this injustice. And look, I get it. Your wife, your mother of hers, whatever, needs to go to the bathroom. I get it. But the way you're handling this is just completely rude to the little girls. Apparently they were like crying after this, which makes it sad. The manager is very sweet for understanding the man's case. Obviously he does not want to be there. He's doing this for his daughters. So the guy right there, I really wish he could understand that, but these are the kind of people you just can't say no to. Your wife needs to go to the bathroom. Again, I understand, but these are little children. They're the future, buddy. Take it easy on them, all right? I think your wife, hopefully your wife would understand. You shouting at little children isn't going to make things much better.
Says the incident happened at a rest stop during the family road trip from Florida to Oklahoma. I spoke to the dad, Tyler Brodsky. I imagine you checked the restroom before you went in to make sure nobody else was in there, right?
Yeah. It is uncomfortable going into a woman's bathroom as a man. So yeah, I always check.
The video is sparking big response on social media. You did absolutely nothing wrong. But there was also this comment. If the child needs assistance, he brings her into the men's bathroom. Liz Stern is a parenting expert. You have sons, I have daughters. Do you see any problem with me taking them into the ladies' room if there's no one else in there?
There is no problem. I see no problem in a parent taking their young child into a bathroom, making sure, of course, first that there's nobody else in there. End of story.
There is a man with his 2 little girls using the women's bathroom.
Dad tells us when police arrived and found out what happened, they were on his side.
So I read somewhere after this in another news report that the man was a contractor and he lost his job. The guy recording, talking to the police. Everybody was on the dad's side. Again, it's a very uncomfortable situation for the dad. He obviously does not want to be there, but he's doing it for his kids. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Hopefully that guy can understand that when he's on Indeed looking for more jobs. But that's just the way it is. You were being a prick and you kind of got it to yourself. Heck, you could have, with the time you wasted calling the police, you could have just drove to any other gas station. I promise you there was probably another gas station somewhere around there. So he played himself being a fool. And yeah, it's good that everybody's on mostly the dad's side and he deserves it because he's just a dad trying to, apparently he's like can only spend a few couple months with his kids because he also has a job. So good on him for spending time with them. Good job, Dad. But not good job to the other guy. So I think that's about it. Take care.